The ground is shifting beneath the feet of thousands of international professionals and the British companies that employ them. A tectonic policy shift is underway in the United Kingdom, and its tremors are being felt across the globe. This isn't just another headline. It's a fundamental redrawing of the UK's relationship with global talent. Welcome to Traveller, where today we dissect the unprecedented crackdown on the UK's visa sponsorship system. The government has launched a full-scale overhaul, resulting in a record number of companies being stripped of their right to hire foreign workers. What does this mean? It means the dream of building a life and career in the UK has abruptly ended for many. And for businesses, the challenge of finding essential skills has become monumentally harder. We're going beyond the initial script to bring you a deeper, more informative look. We'll explore the hard data, hear from the officials driving these changes, and analyze the real-world consequences of this new, tougher Britain. Let's talk numbers, because they tell a dramatic story. Between July of 2024 and June of 2025, the UK Home Office revoked a staggering 1,948 sponsor licenses. To give you a sense of the scale, that's more than double the 937 revoked in the year before. And it's a colossal leap from the 261 licenses revoked just a few years prior. This isn't a gradual increase. It's a vertical climb, a clear signal of intent. This enforcement surge is a core component of the government's plan to tighten border security and lower net migration. The Minister for Migration and Citizenship, Mike Tapp, has been unequivocal, stating, "Those who abuse our immigration system must face the strongest possible consequences." This isn't just political rhetoric, it's a promise of action, and the data shows that promise is being kept. The human cost of this is immense. When a company's license is revoked, the sponsored workers it employs have their visas curtailed. They are typically given just 60 days to find a new, approved sponsor or be forced to leave the country. Imagine having your life uprooted, your career halted, and your family's future thrown into chaos, often through no fault of your own. This is the reality for tens of thousands of people caught in the crossfire. But the crackdown doesn't stop at paperwork. On-the-ground enforcement has also been ramped up. Arrests for illegal working have surged by 51% compared to the previous year. And removals of individuals with no legal right to be in the UK are up by 13%, with 35,000 people removed in the last year alone. So, what triggers this corporate death sentence for a business? Why are nearly 2,000 companies now banned from hiring overseas talent? The Home Office has zeroed in on several critical breaches. These aren't just minor slip-ups in HR policy. They are serious violations of immigration law. The number one offense is the underpayment of sponsored workers. To prevent the undercutting of British workers, the law demands a minimum salary. As of July 22, 2025, the standard threshold for a skilled worker visa jumped to £41,700 per year. Many of the companies that lost their licenses were caught paying their international staff far below this legal minimum. Minister Tapp issued a stark warning. "We will not hesitate to ban companies where this is being done to undercut British workers and exploit vulnerable staff." Another major abuse the government is targeting is the creation of ghost jobs. This is where a company invents a non-existent position purely to facilitate a visa for someone who wouldn't otherwise qualify to enter the UK. It's a direct and cynical manipulation of the system. Equally damaging is the failure to provide the promised work. Individuals have moved their lives across continents based on a job offer, only to arrive and find the role doesn't exist or is completely different. This leaves workers in an incredibly vulnerable and exploitative situation. The sectors under the most intense scrutiny for these kinds of breaches include adult social care, hospitality, retail, and construction, industries already facing significant labor shortages. How has the government become so effective at uncovering these breaches? The strategy has evolved. The days of relying solely on physical compliance visits are over. We're now in the era of intelligence-led enforcement. The Home Office has built a sophisticated data-sharing network, connecting its systems with other departments like Revenue and Customs, the UK's tax authority. By cross-referencing payroll data from tax records with the salary information declared on visa applications, discrepancies are flagged almost instantly. This digital-first, analytical approach has given authorities the power to police the system at a scale never seen before, leading to this exponential rise in revocations. For international professionals, this new landscape is fraught with risk. The stability of your life in the UK is now directly tied to your employer's meticulous adherence to complex rules. It places a huge burden on individuals to vet potential employers with extreme diligence. For UK businesses, especially smaller companies without large HR departments, the message is clear: compliance isn't optional, and the penalties are severe. Beyond losing the ability to hire globally, companies face hefty fines and reputational ruin. This has created a chilling effect, with some businesses now hesitant to engage with the sponsorship system at all, which could worsen skills shortages in critical sectors like technology and engineering. The United Kingdom is writing a new, stricter chapter in its immigration story. The door is still open to global talent, but the entryway is narrower, and the rules of the house are being enforced with an iron fist. This is a delicate balancing act. On one side, the legitimate need to protect the integrity of the immigration system and shield workers from exploitation. On the other, the risk of strangling economic growth and making the UK a less appealing destination for the very minds it needs to innovate and compete. The story of this crackdown is still unfolding, and its long-term impact on the UK's economy and society remains to be seen. The path for both workers and employers is more complex than ever, demanding a new level of awareness and preparation. What are your thoughts on this tougher stance? Is it a necessary correction to a system that was being abused, or a counterproductive barrier to progress? Join the conversation in the comments below. Thank you for watching this Traveler Deep Dive. If you found this report valuable, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel for ongoing coverage of the issues shaping our world. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.